Bloom's taxonomy, because those are education. Those are like when we are trying to assess whether the student is learning or not. For example, the Bloom's taxonomy, we have trying to see whether the student has gotten the knowledge about the subject. Then we'll try to see whether the student is able to, like your retention rate. Then we try to see whether you have an understanding of the subject. And at the higher level, we go to analysis, evaluation, and then creative thinking. So these things, much as we don't explain to you, they are part of the curriculum, and there are different ways we are actually able to measure them. Now, every program, we have things we look at to see whether that is going on. That's why you find in your classes, I think for face-to-face, you find group discussions, correct? Some of you don't know why the lecturers put you to stand there to say you're in group discussion, because there are some public speaking skills, your ability to work with another person, ability to be able to carry out research on your own and things of that kind. Now on the platform, we also have alternatives of the same. I would like to let you know that yes, with DL we have not had a very good conversation sometimes because of the culture where we come from. Now majority of you, but I'm happy that sometimes those complaints come because later the student is able to appreciate. Because remember, you're talking about an era of digital literacy skills. Okay? We are talking about the soft skills. Now, a DL student, you are not going to raise the panic about where to get content, how to read online on my own. You understand how to do my own assessment, how to make my own schedule, which might be, you might think it's an obvious thing. But so many face-to-face students, you will find the problem of timetabling and doing things on time. Because with the DL, if you have not done work within a certain time, the platform closes you out. You are not going to talk to the platform until you have to talk to the administrator. That's where the complaints come from. So some of them who are beginning, you'll find them, oh, you know, I was doing this, and then the assignment's closed, so I don't know what has happened. Now we tell them that, my friend, once you have come here, it is the technology. You are not going to talk to the technology that I never made my time to do the assignment. So at that particular time, the platform closes you out. But at the same time, what we know that for us, the skill we are trying to instill in the student that if you have been told that you are going to do your work this week, and this assignment to be done this week, you do it there. Otherwise, you're not going to bargain with technology. And that's the future world we are talking about. Okay? If, for example, you have been requested for you to read certain assessments, and where the students still complain, because some of you only wait for card time and final exam time. Now on DL, you don't do that. Because on DL, we are able to check everything you are doing. The platform will tell me that this lady read notes that she was given, she watched this video up to this extent, she managed to make this submission. Okay? So the back and forth complaints you get from students because those things they don't do, they always have an excuse. This one happened, my grandfather, some of you, the grandfather dies about 3 times. You say that he died last, whatever you forget, again he dies, You understand? So there's always a package of complaints, okay? But these are the current skills we are talking about, okay? How do you manage to communicate with another person online? How do you engage? For example, sometimes we put an engagement for students if you are not okay with somebody's submission, you don't just say, this is stupid, I think you don't understand. Some of the skills we tell, even on the platform, we teach somebody that, okay, if you know that you have a problem with somebody, at least the person has taken trouble to submit. Don't just start by blabbering because of your personality and you're strong and you think, no, this is nonsense, I think this is not correct. We always advise you, we'll say, oh, I appreciate your submission in this. However, if it was me, or you bring evidence. We also have evidence-based submission. You don't just bring opinions. You say, if it is my position, I think this, or so and so says ABC. And that is training especially the DL students to be evidence-based. Don't just bring, you should be able to differentiate between opinions of what you believe and then evidence of what has actually been written about the subject that you are. So it's a little bit laborious. But the question we are talking about here, gadgets. I don't think we're even talking about the gadgets here. Because the DL tab costs $165. What we're actually looking here is either to share a link, because we have two ways to access materials on DL. Either you have a tablet, of which I don't think is the conversation we're having here. So if you think about tablets, that one, just get it out. What we are looking at here is to get you a link, an online link, in that we are making an assumption you either have a laptop, or you have a desktop, or you have internet, or you have a phone where you could be able to get that link through your Google Chrome. For example, for Clanet, it's http://app.clanet.com. Or the Melimu, for those who are in second year and above, it is https. Then we have cavendish.melimu.com. So it's just that link. And then we create your login details, and when you go there, you will find your modules already put down there. Okay? Or option number 3 is to ensure that for those where the content or the problem of that interactive will be in place is mainly to ensure that when the lecturers are home, they are actually still doing the work they are supposed to do. And we have those WhatsApps, we have them setting those assignments so that we could be able to catch up. How possible to handle all? Now, we are going into the meeting, and I think my suggestion was that we want to scale down. We want every lecturer, if you have a list and you say we are from School of Business Administration, we want all those lists to be given to every lecturer. Remember that sometimes we have centralized DL where I have to talk to students from School of Law, I have to talk to Business Administration, Bachelor of International Relations, and sometimes it becomes chaos. So if we agree, then it means that we need to get in touch with the lecturers, we give the quota, so that every lecturer handles the students in his respective faculty or his respective subject. But if that's not possible, we can take students of one class and then we put the lecturers as part of that platform. But sometimes it becomes noise and chaos. Because this one is asking this, there is no order, of course, and bearing in mind that sometimes the social skills from our perspective are still weak. So sometimes some people don't know how to make that constructive engagement. So maybe we suggest to have a lecturer with his WhatsApp engagement. We are having a meeting down there, and it's already time. So it would rather be, I have already gotten a rough idea of what you guys are talking about. So I will wait for you guys to have resolutions as far as this meeting is concerned. Then I will at least use this. That's the reason why I was asking which course ABCD, to have a hint from different programs, just to let them know of how you are thinking. But then we shall wait. I'll be able to tell them that we're waiting for a conclusive position from your guild cabinet. I'll beg that you allow me to go, and then we await to get the conclusive feedback from you. Yes, Hajat. Yes.
Okay. My name is Fortune Al-Qadir. Doing public health, semester 6. I just wanted to add for what she said. Students for foundation students.
Yes.
Most Somalis are foundation students, and they have many problems even when they are at school. So how are they going to access also? Are they also in the plan of this distance learning?
Okay.
If it is yes, then they have no computers, even some of them they don't have phones. So how are they going to handle this situation?
Now, of course, as we discussed, like I told you, we have unique problems. Excuse me. We have unique problems.